Welcome to this meditation today. This is actually a guided imagery script I'll be using, and it is a script to help us reject racism. We aren't born racists, and we are not prejudiced when we are born, but they are feelings and other behaviors that we pick up from people around us. And we come by them quite honestly. And for some, it takes a lot to release some of these feelings, and they're like trapped there. And so this is actually a hypnosis script that I'm going to be using. And let's just do it as a meditation, getting relaxed in a nice, comfortable spot, and allowing this to help us shift our subconscious thoughts about racism. Sound good? Thanks for being here. My name is Kerri Wade, and I am a Reiki master teacher and a hypnotherapist in Chandler, Arizona. And I'm very glad you're here. Please check out the other videos on my YouTube channel as well if you're looking for other meditations and yoga nidra meditations. And if you have any questions, just reach out. So let's get started, shall we? Let's see here. Sorry, a little thing to fix here. Oh my gosh, seriously? Okay. Okay, guys, here we go. Just get comfortable. Find a nice spot where you can sit straight up, if possible, with your back straight, or lie down. Either is fine with me. And even if you doze off, your subconscious is listening. So it's okay if you fall asleep or you doze off for little bits of time, or if your mind wanders. If you notice that, just bring it back. Bring it back to the sound of my voice, okay? Let's get going. So let's just begin to relax by taking a nice deep breath, breathing in through the nose and releasing it through the mouth. Do that again. Breathe in deeply all the way down to your belly. And then when you release your breath, let it go with a sigh. And let's just do one more of those deep breaths in and letting it go. Beautiful. Just allow yourself to focus on your breath, closing the eyes, and beginning to quiet the mind. Bring all of your attention to your breath and simply witness it, not trying to do anything different or special, not trying to control it. Just witness it. And allow your body to begin to soften and relax, dropping all expression from the face. Relaxing the forehead, those little muscles around your eyes, relaxing your mouth, dropping your shoulders. And take a deep breath in and let go even more. You are now in a comfortable place within yourself. Your body is completely relaxed. Your mind is open and receptive to positive thoughts. And even as you become more aware of this comfort and relaxation, you can begin to realize that good feelings are generated from within, as you look forward to enjoying the benefits of happy, positive thoughts and feelings. These are the thoughts and feelings which help activate and release the feel-good chemicals in your brain. The endorphins that create balance and harmony in your physical self as the mind-body communication takes place. It wasn't always that way. There have been times recently when you found negative, ugly thoughts entering your mind. Those negative thoughts related to feelings of antagonism for other members of the human race. In particular, certain people of a different nationality to you. It is important that you recognize that those thoughts were not representative of the real you, because you haven't always felt that way. I'm sure there was probably a time when you would embrace people who were of a different ethnicity to yourself. After all, you only need to watch young children of nursery age playing together to see how happily they play. They often don't even realize the other one is different to them. It's just nice to have someone to play with, someone who is nice to be with. As you see, racism is not a natural state. People may feel unnecessarily threatened or have been negatively influenced by others in their environment. Parents may pass their own fears or hatred onto their children. Or, more likely, they are impressed by someone else's negative views and take them on board as their own. But these negative, racist thoughts are not yours. I know that for certain, because if they were, you would not be here now, listening to this hypnotic session and seeking help to overcome those negative thoughts and feelings. So reassure yourself now, here in the safety of hypnosis, that racist thoughts do not belong to you. They belong to some other poor, unfortunate soul who needs to be free of those thoughts. We all have thoughts that we are uncomfortable with at times. We just do. Most of us recognize that they are not our thoughts and dismiss them out of mind. And this is exactly what you are going to do. Should any of those negative racial thoughts try to enter your mind, you know that thoughts can be thoughts, but you don't have to think them. Just because they fleetingly pass through your mind doesn't mean that they need entertaining. So you can dismiss them right out of your mind and move on to some other happy, positive thought. You recognize that we are all human beings, and under the skin, we are really no different to anyone else. The color of one's skin depends on our ancestors' genes and whereabouts in the world that they are born. Over the centuries, mankind has traveled far and wide, coupled with people of all different cultures, settled and produced children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and so forth. And if you were to trace your own ancestors' lineage, there is no doubt that you would find traces from many different races along the line. It is true that some people who are a different skin color to you aren't always the best that they can be. But then again, there are also many people of your own skin color and nationality who have many faults. There are good and bad people all over the world. The majority of these people are good and well-intentioned, and they live the best way they know how. Others may have experienced difficult upbringings, survived hardship that we could never imagine, and ended up on the wrong path in life. And for those unfortunate people, you can experience compassion and empathy and try to help as best you can. But of course, I know I don't need to tell you all of this because you already know. Just as you already know that those negative thoughts that popped into your mind had no right to be there. Those racial thoughts do not belong to you. They are not yours, and you do not want them. So you know that you must, and you will, eliminate those racist thoughts once and for all. You really want to be rid of those thoughts, which is why you are here, listening to me today. Now, usually when we have something that belongs to someone else, we would find the owner and give it back to them. However, there are times when something is too dangerous to give back, and this is one of those times. So we will find another way to rid you of those ugly, unwanted, negative thoughts. To do this, I would like you to build an image in your mind and add to this image as many sensory perceptions as you can. Imagine it in beautiful colors. Enhance any smells and associated taste or tactile sensations. And I want you to imagine yourself walking through lovely woodland with tall, leafy trees. It is autumn, and the ground is covered in a carpet of yellow, brown, and red gold leaves. As you tread carefully through the wood, you hear the occasional crackle of broken twigs underfoot, and there is a musty dampness in the air, an earthy smell. It's pleasant to your nostrils. You inhale the aroma now, the twigs, the leaves, the dampness. Inhale it all now, and take a deep breath in through your nose. Now and again, you hear the rustle and chirp of birds in the trees, and notice the pattern of the sunlight as it suddenly appears and then disappears. Notice how some of the trees have been fallen. One in particular, just over there, is lying across your path, inviting you to come and sit down and rest for a while. You step carefully over the leaves and the twigs and rest your weary body for just a while. The bark is rough, and yet the firm, solid wood supports your weight, and you feel comfortable and relaxed. It's a wonderful feeling to rest here in your mental woodland. Looking around you, notice how this area has formed a clearing, and nearby someone has recently had a small fire. The embers are still glowing. The fire is completely safe and contained within a circle of stones. You take a long, broken, thin branch that is lying on the ground and stoke the fire very gently. A flame flickers, and a line of blue smoke wafts into the air. Curious, you gather a few twigs from the ground and place them onto the fire. And soon it is burning nicely. You warm your hands on the fire, feeling the heat as your fingers and palms of your hands begin to tingle. Your mind is idly drifting along in this resting place, when suddenly you notice one of those horrid racist thoughts trying to enter your mind. You have no idea where it came from, but you immediately recognize that this thought is too negative to entertain. The thought seems to be represented by a block, perhaps just a small one, maybe a little bigger. But because it has form, you realize you can mentally eject that thought out of your mind and project it into the fire. The fire eagerly accepts and hungrily devours this negative thought. It crackles and blazes until the thought is completely gone. And immediately that thought has been eaten up by the fire. The fire sends a thin waft of pink smoke into the air. Transfixed, you steadily watch the pink smoke, noticing how it forms a beautiful, warm heart in the air. It is as though the fire is sending its thanks to you, thanking you for the opportunity of getting rid of that negative thought. And you accept its gift, just as you accept yourself and all living things on our beautiful planet. The fire is immediately satisfied and dies down to rest, its embers gently fading as the fire quickly cools down. You realize that the thought is now gone. It is gone forever. It had no place in your mind. You did not want it. You did not need it. So you gave the thought up to the fire and accepted its gift. This makes you feel happy. It makes you feel good. This helps you to accept that those thoughts were not you. They didn't represent who you are, and you transferred those thoughts into something far more positive. That beautiful emotion called love. And if any of those negative thoughts try to enter your mind in the future, you immediately imagine your fire in the woodland, clearing, and give the thought up to the fire. And the fire eagerly devours the thought and sends up its gift of a beautiful pink heart. And you accept it. And this makes you feel good. It makes you happy and content. And these beautiful feelings and thoughts remain with you long after this session. These good thoughts can immediately return to your awareness whenever they are needed, whenever they are wanted. Very soon we're going to return to the normal conscious environment and leave these scenes in the realms of your wonderful subconscious mind. Remember, this is a place where they are always available whenever you want them, whenever you need them. So begin to reorient yourself back to the here and now. Be aware of where you are resting and your gentle breathing. Be aware of the wonderful feelings within you. And in your own special time, come back to your own conscious awareness and take a nice, deep, comforting breath. And open your eyes as you feel refreshed and alert and ready to allow these suggestions to work for you. I appear like magic. So thank you for being here today. I hope that this hypnosis script has helped you. And feel free to repeat it as often as you need to. That repetition will help drive it even deeper, I do believe. So peace and blessings to you. Check out the other videos on my YouTube channel or visit my website, kerriwade.com. Have a great day.